We find ourselves soaring far above homes overcome by sharp and jagged stone, above where beasts find new hunting ground and roam, where the sunless golden sky above is in full view, crimson swirling in its depths. A shadow is cast over Wheldon this day, though it may be more accurate to call it a mass of shadows. A writhing horde of fleshy vampiric bats that screech a dissonant tune into a dissonant chorus. They take wing, their prey before their eyes, looking to make their escape. So, you're all being chased by swarm upon swarm of these sturges. This is how we're going to do this. You and I, Lidara, in your eagle form, we are going to roll against each other.
Oh.
Dex rolls, straight up.
That's fun.
When you succeed on a dex roll, then I will add another notch onto this clock that I have, which is you all escaping unscathed. When I succeed a dex roll, I get to make an attack against one of you. The two you have to worry about is Lidara getting attacked and Vincent getting attacked. If Vincent gets hit, Vincent has to make a concentration check. If Vincent drops concentration, Lidara becomes Lidara.
God.
But it is not going to be just I roll and decide your fate. You two, Azzurum and Vincent, will have the chance to deflect the attack, to attack the attacker before it happens, and to take them out before any damage happens to you. To use your spells to prevent damage to yourself, Vincent, or Lidara in eagle form. If Lidara's eagle form drops to 0 health points, you will all fall out of the sky.
Nice.
I don't have another polymorph.
I don't have another polymorph or another levitate.
Yep.
So
So,
Wait, can we fly close to the ground?
I will say, in character,
I'll
you
follow.
know that you know the direction that you need to go, which is towards the Undercity. You know how to get there. It's just a matter of getting there. I'll say, Lidara, you can always, if you think of some sort of maneuver that you want to do where you're like, I want to fly closer to the ground, in between buildings, or do like a loop-to-loop to shake a few off or something, you can always do that to try to get advantage on the dex check. I'll just ask for like a different skill challenge. I'll be like, oh, make an acrobatics check or something like that. But this is the game. So, first round of rolls. Lidara, please make a dex check for me.
14.
13. I rolled a 12 plus 1.
I got an 11.
This is your first success. As behind you, you can hear this of these creatures that are screeching towards you, this massive wave of overpowering noise that is flying towards you in your eagle form, taking wing over Wheldon, Vincent and Azzurum holding on for dear life, and one of you holding on to Yarlaxle, who is also holding on for your dear life, as he turns around and says, okay, let's go, let's pick up the speed if we can. As you are flying forward, these things try to swarm in and take bites and swings at you, but Lidara is able to weave out of the way, basically keeping herself afloat without getting hit. All right, next round. Excuse me.
Oof.
I'll tell you what you have to be. 9.
6.
I'm going to roll a d4 to see who I hit.
Nice. That's exciting.
Who is reacting as I'm about to take a swing at Vincent?
probably Azzurum.
Okay.
God, not me.
As one of the sturges breaks free from the wave of creatures, it descends towards Vincent, taking a raggedy knife-like claws and breaking it towards him. What are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast at it, probably aiming specifically for its wings, so that if I can't take it down, I can maybe at least get it to the
hinder
ground.
it.
Okay, so how this is going to work is I rolled the attack on Vincent. I'm pretty sure it hits. It's a 17.
I hate that.
To
Yeah, it
hit.
does.
Roll your Eldritch Blast attack. Since you get 3 bolts, you can roll it 3 times. You need to beat the roll I just did.
With my modifier?
With your modifier, yeah.
Okay. 18.
18
First
on the
shot.
first shot. As soon as the claw goes towards Vincent to try and grip into him and tear him away, a shot of lightning crashes into the chest, sending it flying and twirling off into the depths. It crashes into a building as you are flying across Wheldon. That first threat is dealt with currently. But more and more will show up as more and more rounds go off.
Vincent like shrugs, Vincent like covers his head, and then he's like, "Oh shit, thanks, bud."
Then I was like,
All right, Lidara, make your roll.
Come on, girl.
alright.
Come on, girly.
11.
11. Fortunately, will not make it. But this one is going to be a little bit more difficult. 2 go swiping towards Jarl Axel. Who is very, very rough right now.
All right.
So, what are you, you two that are on the back, what are you doing? I'll also say that Lidara, if you want to try and dodge out of the way, you can react as well to try and do that.
I
But,
probably would.
Okay.
Do a little dive down, probably. A little
Okay.
dip.
Oh, a dive down? Sure.
We all like, like whenever you're like going down and it's like you a little bit, you're airborne for a second.
Everyone kind of like jumps
It's
off.
like, we're like, oh.
All of you just start floating off. You're like, oh, God. Like, gripping onto the feathers as you are like in a nosedive down. Go ahead and make a, I'll say like it's an acrobatics check.
All right.
And then you two can still react as this is happening.
It's an 8.
8. As you're still going
like
down,
those
you
dice.
see that the two are keeping pace with you as you are diving towards the streets of Wheldon.
Do these things have eyes?
Yeah, they have eyes.
Okay.
They're weird and flesh, and there's a lot of them, but they do have eyes. Yeah.
I'm going to summon my little white ferret familiar Soup, who I don't think I've ever named as a white ferret, and I've just said I summon Soup.
I summoned soup. And
Like a bowl of soup. Like chicken noodle soup just appears.
It's like, I'm a little hungry.
Time to eat!
This whole time
He's
it's
just
just
been
been
grubbing.
actual Soup. No, I'll summon Soup on one of the creature's faces, and he just appears there. He's gripping on for dear life, and I'm gonna make him scratch at their eyeballs.
Ooh.
it appears on the face of this creature as this ferret is now gripped onto it. It's like,
Come on.
go ahead and make your attack with advantage. I really like that.
Well, thank you so much. That was a natural 20 on the first one.
Holy shit.
Nice!
Soup said I am that
That
bitch.
creature's just like, and Soup's like,
Oh my god! Soup bad bitch.
as the creature
Soup.
tears off away from the pack as Soup reappears on your shoulder, as that creature is forced back upward. One of them does get a hit on Jarl Axel, but it's not enough damage to take him under, as the talons rake into his back. And he says, "Oh fuck, that hurts so much."
Sorry, I don't have 2 ferrets.
What do you mean? As he looks, he sees the ferret is holding on for dear life, just like
Flapping in the wind.
flapping in the wind. Lidara, let's roll again.
Alright.
That's no problem. You will get checks just for surviving. So you do get a check even if you fail sometimes, but it's not every round. What'd you get?
18.
Nope, can't beat that one. So, another check. As you've dived down towards Wheldon now, you're sort of weaving right above the buildings. You can see that these streets themselves, they can't fit all this whole swarm, and the swarm itself, if you went down some of these like thinner streets or these more narrow alleyways, they most likely wouldn't be able to follow you through there if you ever wanted to try that as well. Like, do like a quick turn and then dive down, like tuck your wings in, etc.
She goes completely sideways.
Everyone's like,
Everyone's on like, oh
Falling
my
off.
Like-
god, Lidara, please. Not Soup.
so, Lidara, this round, what are you doing as you are closer to the road of Wheldon?
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna dive into an alleyway, full on sideways, like basically going. Basically, like everyone, hold on.
That is awesome. That is super cool.
See,
Make
I speak Eagle,
just a
so,
straight dex check just to see how that goes.
Got it.
19.
19. You all are going straight as you are coming upon an alleyway, and Lidara, air drifts as an eagle just down sideways through this alleyway. Soup holding onto your collar for dear life in the wind as you're all holding onto a dog. Alexa's like, oh, this fucking sucks as he's holding on and bleeding. But you get advantage on this as you see a bunch of these creatures just rush past the entrance to the alleyway, and the ones that do turn like crash into a corner. There's still a few following you, so you've cut down the number that can attack you, but you also get advantage. So go ahead and roll your dex check.
Okay, that's a 19.
What was the first one?
A 1.
I also got a 1, so it's a 2. No, absolutely. These creatures cannot keep up with your pace. Lidara, as an eagle, has a way more instinct than you would have thought. Like, literally just tearing through these streets, trying to get away from these creatures. You fly out through the end of the alleyway, and a lot of these creatures just get, like, caught in, like, doorways and, like planters that are hung out from the side, just like smash into them, just like
Wow.
as they splatter. But you turn back, you're making your way through, you're getting towards the home stretch, Lidara. So let's roll.
All right. Come on, Eagle Dara.
All right. Well, that's a 7.
Okay, as you are emerging from this alleyway, a few creatures are able to fly out past and screech towards you all as they go for... One's going to strike at you and one's going to strike at Vincent. You
Nice.
can react to it yourself as well.
Yeah.
Like, so you all can react to this, but is there anything in particular that any of you want to do? You can try and knock down things in the environment. You can try and misdirect people, etc.
Can I like flap my wings and like kind of like push a gust of air at them?
Sure. You spin around and you go ahead and make just a straight attack roll for me.
You have a second airbender.
Tell you what you have to beat.
10.
As you turn around and you whip your wings out towards this creature, it blows it back a little bit as it rears in and strikes at you. Azzurum.
Can I cast Cone of Cold at all of them?
Holy shit. Yeah, you can.
Oh my
Cone of
God.
Cold is not something you roll for, but it's such a high spell slot that there would be no reason as to why they could possibly avoid it. As Lidara turning around and like getting into position, knocking them back slightly, gives you just enough time to get up onto the shoulder of this eagle shoulder, climb up towards the top, take your whip out and whip a blast of icy cold air that flies out towards these creatures and just solidifies like a lot of them that are coming towards you. Yeah, when you use a fucking 5th level spell, that's what happens. Yeah.
Nice.
This street is basically just covered in ice as Lidara spins back around and continues further.
Hey, Azzurum, that was pretty cool of you.
Yeah, Alexa those stairs,
That
bleeding.
wasn't a character.
Okay,
Vincent just turns and is like, that was cool.
you're getting towards the home stretch. So
Sounds like crickets.
roll off, Lidara.
Time for another roll
You
off.
can see off in the distance further down the street the tunnel that leads into the Undercity.
11.
It's not gonna do it. You will make it, but they will get one more attempt to hit you.
Okay.
I will see who they're going to try to hit, though. This one's going to be one's on Vincent, 2 on Azzurum.
Ooh, that's bad.
So,
Can
Lidara,
I knock some stuff down? Like I don't know if there's like a...
there's like lampposts, there's planters around you, there's decorations and banners, like string that's like hung up on the streets, like wire and stuff. Wires between the electricity, etc. If you want to try to weave
I'll
through
knock
there.
that down.
Okay, you quickly make a jagged turn towards the street lamps and the wiring and the banners in the street, and make your attack against the street lamp as you're trying to tear it down.
Can I use a help action?
Yeah, you can give advantage.
I'm gonna try, as you get close to stuff, I'll try to
Help me.
knock it loose. Yeah.
14.
14 is just enough. As Lidara, you get towards these street lamps and all these decorations, you take your wing and just slice into them as these things come crashing down. One of them is coming to swipe towards Azzurum and just get boom, like knocked on the head, like, smashed into the ground. Another one gets torn up in wiring. One is able to get loose, and will try to make an attack at you unless you're doing anything, Vincent, as it's coming towards you. You always have the opportunity to make an attack if you'd like to try and outroll it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out my sword.
You pull your sword as you're holding on to Lidara. You can see the tunnel of the Undercity, but you see this thing flying towards you.
I'm gonna use a luck point.
Go for it.
Please. Yeah! Okay, 18 plus 6.
18 plus 6, 23. I rolled a 22. This thing is going to literally chomp down on you and try and tear you from the eagle's back. As it sinks its teeth towards you, it misses you by like an inch. As you drive the sword, just swinging at it rapidly, pushing it off of you, it goes tumbling, hitting the street. As this swarm has regathered and is flying towards you, you pass the threshold into the tunnel of the Undercity.
For everyone's reference, I rolled a natural 1.
Ooh.
Nice.
And then I rolled an 18.
As you are flying towards the Undercity, you see yourself careening towards the brick stone tunnel interior. You pass the threshold, make a dex check to see if you don't like slam into it as you're going in.
9.
As you're trying to turn as quickly as you can, unfortunately, the momentum you picked up just running, like flying away from it, you're trying to stop and you just collide into the stone. You take a little bit of damage here.
She's not used to this body.
You take 8 points of damage in eagle form, so it doesn't carry over to Lidara. I don't think that's enough to knock you out, so you're fine. You get a brief second as you're all turned, watching from this crash form, as you're all holding on, looking and watching this horrific shadow of creatures, this enormous swarm flying towards the entrance of the tunnel. And you watch as they collide against seemingly where there was nothing.
Oh.
You see just barriers of bluish light that bounce them off as they're
Force field.
there's some impact where when they hit, there's also this like searing of their flesh as they pull away, screeching, and then like gawking and screeching at the outside before they just give up and fly away.
I
The
flip
horde
them off.
dispersing. One of them's just like,
Like, get the fuck away from me.
but you all take a moment to breathe. You're Alexel. Able to regain your composure. Feel free to drop it if you want, or to keep Lidara in eagle form. But you are all safe.
Up to you. She gets...
I'll drop it.
Okay, she's like, oh,
Good work.
that was terrifying. I don't know if I want to do that a third time.
Okay, I'm sorry. Next time it'll be someone else.
Azzurum, he'd be good at that.
What?
You want to be an eagle next time?
No, I don't want to be an eagle.
You could pick a different animal.
It's not the
Let's-
eagle part that's the problem.
Maybe we should go
I
and
just don't...
die, maybe.
Yeah,
Please,
please, let's go.
Oh,
that's
yeah, I
right,
forgot
you're
about you.
fucking
yeah,
still.
yeah, that's right. I'm still here. Thank you, by the way. Genuine. I know it's hard to sound genuine for me, but this is genuine. Thank you.
No
welcome.
problem, I
Real
guess.
fucked back there, but yeah, you all, a little bit of a twist and turns, throwing me against buildings, jumping off of
Oh, stop
the
complaining.
top floor.
You're
Yeah,
allowed, aren't
I, you know what? You're right. I'm like a gift horse in the mouth, that
Mm.
sort of thing. Let's.
Don't worry, we have a use for you.
We do, actually, yeah.
So glad to hear that I'm useful, but
It's the only reason we want you around, so.
that makes sense. I really didn't expect you all to show up. So this is starting to make sense to me now. I'm starting to fit it together. Let's go, please. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm missing a lot of blood. Losing.
Hold quick. Jarl Axel, you stay over here. Guys?
Hey.
I don't want to. I'm going to take everybody a few feet away. Be like, remember what we said about giving him an ultimatum? About, like, if you do this, then I'll help you and do that. Should we do that now before we get to the base?
We can.
Yeah, sure. Who wants to take the lead?
Azzurum, you're best friends with him, right?
Sure, I'll do it.
Tapping
I don't
his
wanna
foot.
talk to
He's
him.
just like, hello.
We're like,
So,
hey.
Yar, Mr. Laxel.
Mr. Subman.
I
Binks. No!
don't. don't prefer any of those names, if I'm being honest.
We're friends.
I think so.
You and I
on those
especially,
terms.
I feel like, are friends.
Okay. Interesting start
We've
to this.
had some great times.
Mm,
I've never cursed you out to your face.
okay.
Knowledge.
Interesting conditional.
There's a reason we saved you.
Makes sense to me, yes.
not because of your
And
personality.
The reason is...
We need one of your little underwater
Submarine.
boat things.
Submarine.
Submarine. We
Oh,
need one of your submarines.
Scarlet. You need the Scarlet Marpanoth? Oh, well, let me get the keys for you, I guess. Where am I going?
Just shut up, smart ass. We were trying. We want to build one, and you
Oh.
are the only person that we know that has one.
So you need my shipbuilding expertise.
Yes.
Yes, unfortunately.
Well, you've come to the right place. See, most captains wouldn't have built their own seafaring vessel, but I am not most captains. So, me and a team of people, yes, you're right. You're correct in your assumption of my intelligence that we did, in fact, create the schematics to the Scarlet Marpanoth. And I'd love to share it with you, especially after saving me like that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's a but.
Oh, no but.
Okay, cool.
I need to contact my people. I know that you can send some messages, so I don't know if you would, I lost track of them during the ball. I know that they're okay, thankfully, but I would like their help. They will help this process along much faster. May I ask as to why you need a submarine in this time?
Have you seen what's going on up there?
Oh, yes. Is this part of the getting out of here thing?
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
To save as many people as we can.
Who, by the way, you will not threaten, nor will your people.
I have no reason to threaten them. Do I have a reason?
I don't
let
know.
me know.
Do you have a reason?
Please let me know if I have a reason.
I don't think you have a reason.
You better
Okay.
not.
Officially, according to me, you don't have a reason.
I don't have a reason. So,
Is he bullshitting me?
make an insight check.
I would also like to make one.
Yeah.
I'm making one too. I know it's gonna
Wow.
be bad, but I want to play.
Make your
No,
make
do
your
it.
rolls. Do whatever you want.
22.
20.
16.
Nice.
That's not bad.
Thanks.
I mean,
Yeah.
all of you can tell that like he's fucking with you. He's not bullshitting you. He legitimately doesn't have a reason to threaten any of these people. And so he continues and says, "So, lead me to whoever's building this, and I'll have a nice chat with them, and we will discuss the mechanics of submersible marine vehicles.
Oh, all right.
Please lead the way. Also to a doctor, preferably. My God."
We do have one of those, so. All right, let's go.
You make your way back down with Jarl Axel through the streets of the Undercity, which are now like packed with like survivors that have made it from the Overcity. So there are some Thorn and Walsh grunts that are here, like wounded and are being tended to by whoever has any kind of medical experience. But you make your way across the metal catwalks all the way back to that abandoned building. It's not as busy. This is still pretty late in the night, like early in the morning. So we're talking like if you spent like an hour or two out there, I'd say like 3, 4, probably like 4 a.m.
Jesus.
But people are still being tended to because they're still hurt. So it's not bustling. But as you push in to the unlit room there, you can see that most everyone is asleep except for Dr. Nirja and Rowan, who is in the corner, like silently tinkering on things and like scratching things out with one hand and the other hand just like put like visualizing with pieces of scrap metal, that sort of thing. So as Jarl Axel enters, oh, is everyone asleep in here? Okay.
Yes,
Hey.
please be quiet.
All right. Yeah, I can do that. Who am I talking to?
Rowan.
Oh, you're back.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
You hear a bunch of people that's shh.
trying to keep it quiet a little.
Oh,
Sleeping.
oh, I didn't notice. Yeah, sorry, quiet.
Well, we have a present for you.
Oh, present. I like presents.
Jarl Axel.
Our submarine.
Oh, I'm not interested in. Oh, Axel looks hurt for a second. Ow. That wasn't.
That's incredible.
That wasn't what it was being implied. It still hurts.
It's okay, bud. And I slap him on the back.
He slapped on his wound.
And then a little of his blood gets on my hand. I'm like, oh, ew. And I like wipe it off on his clothes.
Oh my god.
So, there's a slight tear wells up in his eye. It's okay. You can do this. As Vince is this the
Submarine.
I'm so sorry. I was thinking it's not just you. It's just like, and please stop. I'm begging you. You want to learn how to build a submarine? I will help you, but please get me medical attention. This round's like, oh, sure, bud, go for it.
Like, oh, yeah.
They look at her. Alex was like, good God, and starts making their way over to one of the empty beds. As Dr. Near's just like, can you all? Oh my God, this person is.
I need help.
Oh my goodness. All right. Please lie down here and let's get treatment started. You need.
Dr. Nearshit, take your time. He's fine. He's over-exaggerating.
Alexa looks and says, Doctor, I have a reason to believe that this person is threatening my life.
Shut up.
He's just like, I'm just gonna let's
Patient
go over here.
confidentiality.
Lies Jarl Axel down and begins the process of trying to get some of the strength back. Rowan looks and says, well, damn, that was fast. I mean, this person knows how to build the submarine?
Apparently, I think he's got the schematic somewhere, but I don't know where.
We've been on one, so we know it exists.
Well then, great work. I'll get everything underway. I will need to put together a team of people, but I'm sure that there's workers in the Undercity that are proficient in welding and putting things together, so it shouldn't be too big of a problem.
Good. Yeah.
I think that he also has some people as well that can help.
Fantastic. Whenever they get here, we can get started as soon as he's ready to.
Don't know where they are, but hopefully they're all right.
You hear from the bed just...
You okay over there?
Good God, the pain.
Oh God, you're
How bad could it be?
It's very bad. But as you all break from that, your Axel is safe. You are in this area. You have a few hours before everyone wakes up, but you have time to yourselves. No immediate thought in your head as to what to do next, where to go.
Meditation.
So, as you all take rest there, what do you do?
Is anyone awake? Did we see anyone on our way in?
Roll to see who's awake. The most likely candidates. Most of the people who are awake would be like Dr. Nirja, Rowan's awake. Astrid's awake, seems to be focused on some sort of map in the corner of the room with like a candle at her side. Most people are asleep, but like there's those three that are still awake. More people will wake up because it's going to be morning soon, and people have been sleeping for a while. So, it's just a matter of who you want to talk to, if anything wants to happen.
We already slept, right? Like,
Yeah.
Already slept, so
Alright,
you're
it's
good
just
to
like,
go
we don't
for a
need to,
while.
hit the hang.
You can take your short rest if you
I'll
want.
probably take a short rest.
Yeah, same.
Slots are
I'm a little damaged.
So you take your short rest, talk to each other, talk to whoever is here. You can also wake people up technically if you really need to speak with them, but it's only going to be a little bit.
Lidara would probably head to a corner and just pull out the notebook, kind of scan through and see if she can find anything about maybe the Crimson Lily or just anything in particular that could possibly help with like maybe information on the Queen people or something like that.
Sure. Go ahead and make a notebook check. It's +6.
That's a natural 1. +6.
Natural 1 +6.
That's
It's
my
not an immediate failure. There are bits and pieces about information that seems pertinent, but it's a little bit scattered. Your mother mostly wrote about things as they happened, and it didn't have like a glossary of like, this is my pages on the Aquane people, or this is my pages about like Alicia and Lily. I'll say that just checking the notebook, looking around, I'll allow you to ask me one question, and I will give you an answer. An answer from the perspective of your mother, like what she would know. That's how I ruled the notebook. That way you don't come out of it being like, well, I didn't need that, but I guess. Thanks.
Has she ever come in contact or come across information about Aquane people?
You see that there are longer passages about your mother's travels through the area that is the sovereignty, that talks about her staying in villages where Aquane people still existed. She has experiences staying in villages where the Aquane people still exist in the sovereignty, and a lot of them are very much her being angry at their situation and knowing that like a lot of them were forced like into the sea, or felt like they had to leave like Afra's southern nations to go out into the sea, where many people believe like after you go past a certain point you just die to like monsters or like the sea itself. Like
The earth is flat.
the earth is flat. No, you don't fall off. The sea is dangerous basically after a certain point. But you do see that like you can check again later and look through these passages more, but like right now with turning into an eagle, facing 50 vampires, and then like facing everything all at once, it's hard to just sit down and focus directly into like, this is the information that's the most important to me. But
Got it.
she does confirm that your mom did meet Aquane people. Like she spent her life traveling and meeting a bunch of different types of people and helping them, it seems.
Queen.
Queen. Absolutely.
Queen ship.
Okay. Anything else? Vincent?
While we're like the only ones awake, I'm gonna get Lidara and Azzurum and I'll be like, hey, can you guys come here for a second?
Oh, yeah, sure. And I close my notebook and I head over to where you are.
I as well.
So, that was a lot. That tower is crawling with monsters.
Honestly, this whole thing is a lot. I can't believe Valentina's alive still. I mean, I guess if she's a vampire, then they're like special and whatnot, but
I don't know. I don't think the three of us can handle that. How are we gonna even get past them? Especially now that they know that, you know, we're trying to get in there. It's just, we don't even know where the bell is. I don't know if it's in the tower or if it's not.
As much as I want to disagree, I can't find a reason to. I'm not God.
None of us.
I can't. We're not the people who go around saving the world.
we're not superheroes.
I can't go in this for a city that I'm not from, for people I don't know, and risk losing one of you guys. It's not worth it.
It's like I want to help.
It's just too big. It's too big of a situation for us, and
everyone that, I mean, other than those people in the tower that were still serving,
it's so awful.
other than them, I didn't see any other survivors. It's like, what up there is left to be saved? It's all down here.
Their shitty system they already had going for them. Yeah. The shitty church that was taking over.
I just want to know why.
the wrong people were in power, and something led to this. I also would like to know, why was Finnegan following us? Who even were they? And what caused the change in the nobles, and
What interest did they have in us, and what was with that barrier? Did you see that?
yeah.
Yeah, that was really strange. I've never seen anything like it.
Would I know anything about that looking at it? Because I was...
You do remember that earlier, the previous day, that Rowan had said something about that creatures couldn't get into the Undercity.
Right.
You're not, this sounds like that. You can't be entirely sure, but it sounds like that.
I was just wondering if when I saw the actual force field in action, if there was anything that sparked a memory, or if I knew anything.
Make an Arcana or a religion check for me, please.
20 Arcana?
With 20 Arcana, you can tell that the magic that guarded this area was not caster magic. It's not arcane magic. It looked more divine in nature.
Got it.
Other than that, you're not sure the source of the divinity or where that would come from, but it doesn't seem like something that a spell somebody cast, or even one that somebody could have created to keep that many creatures out.
Right.
It seemed almost like intervention.
Something is guarding this place.
Thank God. Something's
Something
right.
I know. Thank God we don't have to do that too.
Something big. Like a god.
A
Or
god?
something divine. Either it is direct divine intervention from maybe Umberly, or if there's any traces of that tree left.
Didn't Soak, she worshipped a specific god. Does that have anything to do with it, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. That was the same divine power. I don't know if Umberly is, I look around, here with us.
Can you
If
feel
so-
unruly moving the
If so,
spirit?
thank you for everything you're doing. Great work down here. Anyway,
Lidara's like looking around like, oh, oh God.
I feel a little
I
violated.
think I'm being watched a little bit.
I think I don't have any privacy all of a sudden.
well, I don't know how it all works, but whatever barrier was there, I think it has to do with that.
I want to pause this conversation for a moment and
Yep.
ask, are you two, are you okay? How are you guys doing?
Just peachy.
Realistically, be honest with me, because there's been a lot going on and I'm having trouble processing it, and you're the only people that I have. So I just want to make sure that we're all okay.
Yes.
I'm kind of going on in theory, I'm fine. We'll unpack this whenever I have a pillow to
When I-
put
yeah.
my head
All
on.
right, that's fair.
When I have room to breathe. Yeah.
Okay, all right, then we can
But
unpack this later.
it's okay. It's everything that's gone on. I feel the urge to want to help,
Yeah,
and I don't want people to get hurt, and I don't want people to go on in suffering, right? But I'm kind of faced with the fact that I can't save everyone, and it is eating at me, I think.
I know my priority is just to save as many people as possible, at least innocent people, because that's all I care about.
Right.
In the grand scheme of things, as long as we can get as many people out as possible and try our best, I don't want us to, like you said, hurt ourselves, lose someone over something that's just we know is bigger than us.
Do you think that there would be other people that'd be willing to help upstairs?
Maybe, I mean, probably Astrid, right?
That's a good question. I mean, could always ask.
I say we call a meeting. We have our submarine man, and I think it's time that we start making a plan on what happens in the city and how we're getting out of here. But that's more than just us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so tomorrow, meeting. Everyone.
A couple hours, probably.
People start waking up.
Oh, yeah,
It's
you're
like
right.
5 a.m.
Well, then, when everyone wakes up, we call everyone in, see what they can do, see what we can do, make a plan for the next few days.
Yeah, sounds good.
If we're able to, I'd like to also discuss maybe... I'd hate to leave the city and not know why this all happened.
Well, maybe we can, part of the plan, we
Alright.
can find a part.
Then I'm gonna go rest, and I suggest you both do as well.
Before the meeting, I would probably go and try to talk to Auna if he's already awake.
Yes, that makes Alan as a character that makes a lot of sense. That he would be awake at this hour, already. Pretty much, it takes you a second to realize if he is or not, because whether he's sleeping or whether he's awake, some of the times you just see him just sitting straight up,
Oh, God.
and you're not entirely sure
Eyes open?
if he sleeps.
Eyes open?
Eyes closed,
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
just
That'd
sitting
be
straight up,
scarier.
eyes closed, breathing slowly. You're not sure if he's asleep, awake, and as you approach, just the eye sort of shoots open. He says, "Oh, Azzurum,
Auna.
that's my name.
You can call me, like, Azzy if you want. Az.
Az.
A-Z.
You want me to call you Az?
Okay, well, you know, I was just trying to...
No, sorry. I was genuinely. Never mind. I'm going to stick with Azzurum for now, if that's all right.
That's okay. So, I think that we are closing in on a way to get these people out and to get us out. But what I need to know is, what are you going to do once you get out of this city?
I don't suppose that I can very easily leave you all. As in, I don't think you'll let me get away once everyone's safe. And to be honest with you, I don't know. My plan was ranging from returning east and facing the consequences of my failure, or running and trying to hide, even though in reality that's futile as well.
What if you returned east but with me?
He stops for a second. You're also headed east.
Do you know my goals?
If you wish to return with me, then I'm afraid I have an idea.
I don't know what your opinion is on our father, but I certainly do have an opinion. And unfortunately, with or without you, I will be going east. And I will head straight towards him. And I'm being upfront with you, because soon we'll be getting out of here, and the imperial doom that we have been faced with since the moment we've met, whether you're dying or the city is dying, will all be gone. And we will be back where we were when you saw me in Siniath.
And how do you know you can trust me?
I don't.
How do you know you're strong enough to face him?
I don't know that either. But I know that I feel the wind pulling me east. And that I will not truly be able to rest until I quench the thirst.
He takes a deep breath. And he looks. Then he already knows.
What do you mean?
The master talked about this. He talked about how his true heir would return to him someday. And I guess he was right.
Are you going to help us get out? And help me take down the thing that seems to be plaguing both of our lives so much? It seems like our very existence, though in separate ways, is being defined by this one man.
He's no man. He defines our existence, that is true. But you're talking about taking down a god. Without an insight check, for the first time that you've known Alana, talked with him, you see true, deep fear in his eyes as his body shakes, his hands. Sweat pours down from his forehead and the sides of his face as he just tries to control his breathing. But even thinking about this figure, you can see sheer panic across him, contained as best as he can.
I grab his hand. I think we can do it. If we constantly live in fear, what are we going to become? What will be our story?
Make a persuasion check.
22.
He returns the grip on your hand and looks you in the eyes. He's silent as he considers the weight of what you're implying. And he looks at you and he says, "You must be ready for you, myself, and everyone that accompanies us to face his wrath."
I think I won't be able to sleep unless I try.
Then let's try. His voice carries so much fear. Even those words shake as he says them. And his hand still shakes, though it grips yours. And he breaks and he says, "When these people are safe, we can find out what our next move is. But until then, I believe we have a long way to go before we can stand toe-to-toe with him."
I'm putting my trust in you to help these people get out, but also that you won't cross me later. I would like to have some healthy relationship with my family.
A complicated set of emotions cross his face as he looks at you. I cannot call you brother. That is not how I was raised to view you. And even now, I fear that I make a fatal mistake in this alliance. But I suppose I have already failed once, so my fate will be the same, no matter whose side I am.
Well, I was raised to not know that I had any siblings. So though you may not view me as a brother, I do view you as one. And we'll do it together.
He breathes. Says, there's much to tell you, but I can't find the words.
Not now. We have a gesture or two above me. Bigger issues. More pressing issues that maybe we are in right now. We're going to be having a meeting soon about the best course of action to get out of here. And I think you should be there.
I will. I'm in fighting form, whether that is defending the people or aiding in whatever way I can. And I will save the knowledge I have for when it will not cloud your judgment here.
Sounds good to me, brother-o.
That's okay. All right. Okay, I'm probably not going to return that for, okay. Azzy.
It's a step. It really is.
It
It's a
didn't
step.
feel natural. It kind of hurt.
Yeah.
Actually.
Wow.
It is painful.
I
in
can
my
call you like
chest.
ow.
No, it's
Or like Nana.
What? Nana?
Like a little nickname. Did you have nicknames growing up?
Boy?
Okay. So we'll work on the nicknames.
Yes, not acquainted. I'll try again at some point, but that one took it out of me a bit. So I'm gonna return to meditation now.
Yeah. We've got some stuff you need to figure out.
Mm-hmm. Yes. He takes a deep breath and closes his eyes again as he returns to meditation. Okay. You break away from... Oh, no. You all rest for the next few hours. You get your short rests in. Eventually, people start to rouse from rest as candles are being lit up, the electric lights are turned on. Astrid, who literally doesn't break focus like the entire time that you're there, just all of a sudden stands up and is like, oh, all right. Makes her way over and hits the lights, which a lot of people groan. Wolfgang's like, oh, I guess it's time to wake up, and stands up just straight up from where he is, as other people are like,
Morning guy. He's like one of those guys who wakes up at 5 a.m. every day to go work out.
Yeah.
It's like already dressed.
Yeah, he's like, oh, time to wake up.
He looks, he says, Astrid, I'll take care of breakfast for today. As Wolfgang goes over and begins to cook breakfast for everybody over the stove. People start to groan. The twins are like, too early, as they dive back under the covers. But people start to awake around you. Everyone is basically awake after like 30 minutes or like an hour or so, and Wolfgang has breakfast pretty much set like an hour after that. So take a quick break, think about what you want to do for your meeting, who you want to talk to. Hello, this is Christian, the Dungeon Master for the Strings of Fate. Thank you all for listening to episode 24 of our podcast. It really means a lot to us. I promise I won't take up too much of y'all's time today as we go into some announcements. As always, this episode is sponsored by Dungeon Depths.
If you don't already know, Dungeon Depths is a store dedicated to quality gaming supplies with character. They deal in handmade dice, dice vaults, apparel, stickers, and they host all the merch that you can buy for SoftPod as well. Right now, you can use the code SOFTPOD at checkout to get 10% off of your order. They do amazing work over there with amazing merchandise, so go check them out. Also, thank you to everyone who pre-ordered a SoftPod Dice Vault. I've been asked to tell you that your orders should be shipping out today. As a reminder, if you ordered a sticker along with your Dice Vault, they'll be coming at the same time, so keep an eye out. Thank you, Dungeon Depths, for all that you do for us. We are very appreciative of your support. If you're enjoying the show, then we ask that you please tweet about it using the hashtag SoftPod. I go through that hashtag pretty much every day, and I pick people who've used the hashtag as NPC names, place names, historical figure names for the game. Word of mouth is a great way to get the show around and to help support us and help us grow. Another way to get the show seen is if you're listening to this on a podcast service that allows ratings, then please be sure to leave us a rating. If you're on YouTube, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. You can also comment down below to help boost the algorithm. I can help you along, however, with a comment prompt. If we had the resources to make any kind of merch, what kind of merch would you like to see in the future? Like I said, this one's just for fun and to see what people come up with. I think that's everything for today, so back to the show.
As everyone is chowing down on their breakfast, another stew, basically, combined with whatever extra fixings that Wolfgang could find, so I'll roll a little bit, actually, to see. Oh, actually, not that bad. So there's some meat for those people that eat meat, there's bread, there's a few fresh fruits that he was able to procure from people in the community that want to help out, and it's all around a pretty nice breakfast for everyone in this little planning center. But everyone is gathered as this meeting is called. Jarl Axel, bandaged up and wounded, still takes seat there at the center of the couch, still keeps a grandiose posture, and Astrid looks on and says, "So this is the subby guy?"
Yep, that's the one.
Yep.
Literally, I have a name, you know? And it's not subby guy. I can tell you that.
I
Subman.
think Subman works better. I think it
Sub-
suits you.
Absolutely
It's
not.
just like a nickname,
No,
you know?
I don't actually.
Subby man.
Subby,
like
subby. Yeah, it's one facet of me. Yes, I own a submarine. Does that make me a subby man?
I don't know, does it?
I own a hat too. I mean, why would that not define me as well?
Hat man.
Hat man? I have a name too, and that defines me. Oh, my name is Jarl Axel Bone.
All right.
Very
I'll
nice
say
to
like
meet
that.
you all. Very glad to be here. As soon as he says his name, Astrid's eyes go wide and is sort of knocked back for a second. What? You're Jarl Axel Bonley?
You know each other? You know of him?
I mean, no. Unless... Are you, perhaps... You're not like a daughter or something, right? You're not... I'm so sorry. If so, I mean, this is a bad reunion.
Oh my god.
Asher likes this. Okay, no. I was excited before, but now I'm like... That kind of lowered it a little bit.
God.
You're a legend, revolutionary legend in the I mean,
Really?
you in the floating settlement of Luskin. I mean, you're here. Why are you here? Alex says, that business, not the other business. That's neither here nor there. I have my business here. I'm figuring things out. But I'm glad you've heard of me. For the first time, it's the first time you've ever seen Jarl Axel uncomfortable that someone recognizes him.
Huh.
As he sort of sits
Weird.
back, he says, "Let's not talk about that. As Ash says, "Oh, no, of course."
Oh no, I would love some context. What is this?
I mean,
Settlement of Luskan floating, probably?
he's here. I mean, you've never heard of the pirate captain Jarl Axel Bonry?
Oh, well.
You're a fucking pirate?
I don't go. I mean, I go by captain. I said captain. I won't say pirate.
Can I have a boat?
What
A
are
whole
you
boat?
even talking about?
Boat.
I want a boat.
For what reason?
Why would I be able to procure you? I mean, I could, but like, why would I? In this sense,
I thought we were friends.
All right, we're getting
okay. I don't give
off
out boats
track
to just my
a
friends.
little bit.
It's okay. Listen, we are getting off track. You're so right, Vincent. You know what? I love that about you. You're so right.
Just cut the bullshit.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're digging yourself in a hole.
So what is Luskan? Have I ever heard of that before?
You have a long time ago, but it was from Jarl Axel in passing.
Okay.
You can make a history check if you want to know more about it.
Well, I can give it a shot.
About what it is.
That wasn't that bad. Just like a basic understanding of it. I don't need to, not interested in their political structure or anything. 17?
17. Luskan, from what you can tell, is an unofficial, like unrecognized, like city-state in Afra, like the southern nations. It resides on the eastern coast of Afra. It's in like the Sapphire Strait. It exists like in between the nations and is completely unrecognized. But other than that, you don't know. The rumors from it range from it being some kind of utopia to it being a pirate haven where people like where there's no law. So you don't really know what it's about.
That's so funny.
But Alex continues and says it's not important. But I'm glad you recognize the name. Listen, let's delve into this. So you need a submersible. Is that correct?
Yep, that's the idea. We do,
That's the
to
goal.
my knowledge, need something to go underwater to get these people out.
Okay. As I've said, I would be able to contact my people usually if I had my things, but my bag left behind. Vincent, if he would be able to send a message to good old Ulri, your old employee.
So the question is, can you not do it on your own?
No, we've talked about this many
Like,
times.
are you just not smart enough or not capable enough?
No, not a matter of smartness. Not a matter of smartness.
It's not
Matter-
good at it.
No, I'm very good at what I set my mind to. But
Then you probably do it on your own then. Since
no,
you're really good at
not,
it.
I'm not
Lidara nudges
born.
Vincent like, Vincent, come.
I just want to know why these people need to come in.
I'm not a born caster. I can't cast.
Oh.
All right. I have a bunch of magic items that let me do things, and I'm a very good fighter, but I don't have any of them. I can't cast.
Okay.
This is how it goes.
So these people, you said that you know that they're safe.
Yes.
How?
I made sure that they got out safely.
Oh,
He rolls his eyes. Yes, I made sure that they got out safely, and I know their skill. They're safe.
Vincent.
Now here's the thing. I don't get spell slots back when I rest. So I can do this twice.
It'll only take one.
Alright. Who am I contacting?
Yuri. Or Ella, if you'd like to call them that.
Yuri, alright. What do you want me to say?
Just say your boss is in the Undercity. Make your way to the nearest tunnel. We have people to help.
I'll say exactly that.
You only get one word back. Understood.
Alright. They got the message.
They'll be here. So,
Question. Pronouns for Yuri?
Yuri is she, they.
Beautiful.
But Yalexa continues and says, okay, so timeline. How long do we have?
Well, that's a question for Rowan, I think.
You said like a week, right?
Rona's looking. He says, yeah. I'm thinking that I can get it done in a week. And Yarlaxle says, a week is a good time frame, sure. But with my people and my expertise in the subject, I can cut that down a few days, if you all would like. Put my, my back into things. Oh, as he
More
charges
gentle.
forward. So we'll see how it takes. And Rowan says, I mean, absolutely. If that's if you're willing to help us that far, then sure. But I mostly just need help on the specifics on how to not let water in and how to deal with, going upstream, like a propulsion device of some kind. So that's no problem.
Perfect, then got that settled. The other question is about upstairs. We ran into a few problems. Obviously, the things that we've all seen. The monsters and the creatures. The tower. I wasn't expecting there to be so many vampires. But there were quite a bit.
I assumed there would be. I didn't
So
know you all were going to the tower.
that's where we picked up this asshole.
Yeah, so we had to find him.
My mistake. Sorry. Won't happen again. Honestly.
So the thing about the tower is we think if the bell is there, it could be the key to undoing all this. I don't know if it's there for sure, but if it can start ringing again, then we have a chance to turn all this back. But from what I know, those things take a very long time. Azzurum was dealing with something that took quite a while. At least a few hours. And it was not nearly as bad as this. And I just think, I don't know if we can do that right now, the three of us, and Renair, and I don't know if we can stay for that long.
I'll stop you right there. Don't worry. We're not expecting the three of you to save this whole town. We don't. I hope it didn't come off like that.
No, it didn't come across. We just, we don't want people to get hurt, and we don't want these things to go on without.
We don't want
solutions.
that either. But at the same time, I mean, we're at a loss at what to do as well, and also, my priority is the people, not the town. Right? The town itself is built on stolen land, so
Is the land your priority as well?
I'd love to get it back. I mean, it's a goal of mine for sure to bring people back, but honestly, if I can get the people out safely first, that's my priority. If we want to talk about doing something together and working and getting people together to figure something out at some point, then sure, but also everything you've done so far for us has been completely like a kindness out of your own hearts. We have to thank you for just getting him to us, getting the family here back to us. I mean, you've done a lot already. I know that you all want to help, but it's a tall order, and we're not asking it of you. Listen, we don't have to make a decision on all of that now. My priority is getting everyone out. When we're at the sanctuary, we'll have time to plan and talk about allies and what that looks like, or if you all want to go your separate ways, that's fine. But for now, I just need your help in making sure that this place is safe, that there's nothing trying to get to us, and that when we're leaving, nothing can get to us down there.
Right.
Who here?
Show of hands.
Show of hands. Table. I'm imagining we're at a giant round table.
Yes.
Who here was at the ball?
Tasha raises her hand. Tasha raises her hand, and Yarlaxle raises his hand. I think those are the only two that were there for sure.
Tasha, what do you know about Finnegan Walsh?
Yes. First of all, I apologize for my my silence these past few days. Things.
Don't worry about that. You're all right.
What do I know about Finnegan Walsh? I know that they've always been sort of black sheep of the family, that I was never allowed to associate with them, nor really speak with them, for more reasons than just being a Walsh. But I also know that they only recently returned to Wheldon, so...
What? Were they gone?
Well, they ran away a few years ago. They only returned, I don't know, about a year ago?
When they came back a year ago? Okay. When they came back, did anybody notice anything different about them? Behaviors or tattoos or...
No, not really. They were the same sort of, from what I can tell, riffraff and ruckus. The very hedonistic, a lot of partying and getting into trouble around town, that sort of thing.
What about Valentina?
My...
Sore subject.
It's okay. No,
I'm
no, no.
sorry, I
No,
forgot.
it's all right.
Well, she didn't.
Sorry, Tasha.
It's okay. I know that Valentina and Finnegan, even though they weren't supposed to, were talking with each other, and they had meetings. I don't know what they talked about or what it was they were doing, but I know that they were close in a sense.
Quick question. Did Valentina ever tell us that she was friends with Finnegan?
Valentina basically was like, yeah, I know Finnegan. They're no harm. There's nothing wrong. Like, they're just a friend. It's all a sham anyways, that sort of thing.
Tasha, did you drink that night? The toast?
I drank my glass.
Why are you...
You see, I did find something, actually. You see, when I went back to the kitchen, when I was snooping, there was an extra bottle set aside.
Tasha sort of raises her hand.
Oh.
And then she says, actually, I guess it doesn't matter anymore. Sorry.
Was that...
habit.
No, what?
For you?
Yes, it's my bottle that I stow away. I don't...
There's no shame in it.
She kind of, her face tenses for a second, and then she's like, I don't drink.
Oh, what?
No, that's not the biggest,
that's
craziest thing I've ever
fine.
heard.
But for someone who's going to one day... For someone who was going to one day rule a empire built on alcohol...
I can see how that could be
You see,
rough.
but Tasha, in having your own bottle that wasn't alcoholic, you're still with us today.
Literally saved your life.
So there's no shame in not partaking in something like that. It's not something to be proud of.
You can tell that she's not really getting it, like as to why this is she's kind of just looking around.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. There are people who are just like you. Don't do it. They don't drink as well. And also, never mind.
Yeah, it's a good thing you didn't drink too. I mean, that drink was spiked real bad. It was not
Did
good.
you drink your Alex?
No, I could smell it. I
Oh,
know
good.
Crimson Lily when I smell it.
How interesting.
Aha, ding ding. Crimson Lily, that's interesting.
Tasha, did anyone else know that you had a separate bottle?
I haven't told anyone. I only tell the people that I usually tell, like a server or someone that will help me to do it. I pay them a little extra to make sure that no one finds out and that the glass doesn't get mixed up, that they get me something that looks exactly like what I'm supposed to drink. Not even my mother knows. Or knew. Alexa looks, says, "Oh, good."
Oh my god.
Maybe read the room a little bit.
But yes, I didn't tell anybody.
Okay. So what I'm trying to figure out is that between the few of us who were there, if with our combined knowledge we can get any clue of who, what, why
We have
Finnegan
when and
Walsh.
we have when and where.
We have when and where.
So we have
I need to know who, what, and why.
and why.
So if anyone had any contact with Finnegan all night and has any clues of what the hell they're up to.
Well, I guess we can start with what the hell do you know about Crimson Lily, Jarl Axel? Because that might have been connected to it.
Drug of the Age came about very recently.
Different than Elysian Lily.
An offshoot of Elysian Lily, which was also very popular in Wheldon, but that was more popular everywhere. There was definitely a good strain of it going through Wheldon, of course.
We've got the drug expert, don't worry.
But Crimson Lily completely blew Elysian Lily out of the water in totality. But only came from one place, here.
And do you know how it's produced, or...
I tried to set up a meeting with the producer, but whoever they were, they wouldn't return my calls.
Oh.
So I wanted to get that. I could have given them a very good distribution system, but no.
Interesting. And you didn't know... you didn't know who they were?
They set up I set up a meeting with I don't remember, some person. They met me, said that they asked me what my intentions were. I told them, and they said that my goals were a bit too small-minded. And I took that personally. So, in reality, I think I rejected them in the end. Now that I'm remembering correctly, I think I rejected them.
No.
Where did you get a name at all?
No.
What they looked like. Did you meet them in
Anything.
Wheldon?
I tried to get a good look at their face. The person I met with had a very feminine voice, I'll say.
Alright.
They didn't want to reveal their face to me for whatever reason. They were masked, of some kind. And they asked me to meet them the last time I was here, outside of town.
That's a little suspicious.
Was it last time you were here? Is that over a year ago?
I met with them sometime on my... I took a break from scouting you all out for a while, and I met with them. It's how it happened. I took a break off to Wheldon. You may have noticed that Volo wasn't around for a while. Yes. Well, I was living it up out here, trying to set up some deals.
Fun for you.
Didn't work out.
And in your experience, your vast experience with drugs, have you ever seen anything that could produce the reaction that happened in that ball?
It looked like the standard drug interaction between Crimson Lily and Wheldon alcohol.
Really?
It's the warning that comes with it when you buy a sample. He says as
Oh my god, what?
Alex, oh yes, you're not supposed to take Crimson Lily and alcohol at the same time.
That is a hell of an interaction.
I don't know how it's produced. I don't know what causes it, but the people who have done it have gone quite wild. That's why it's pretty well made clear by the people that distribute it in Wheldon that you are not to drink when you are under the influence of Crimson Lily.
That one time that had, oh my god, the person who attacked that one guy in the street must have been on it and drank at the same time.
You're right.
And, well, then someone did it intentionally, and increased violence maybe sparked the bleeding to progress, and...
Now, my only other question is, how does the stone...
Yes.
That's my question. I've been asking that this whole time because
didn't get
I
it.
thought you've had it this whole time. And when I was up there chained up, I was like, egg on my face. If I was chasing them this whole time, and now look at me, I'm all fucked up in a pantry.
So you didn't get it.
No? I
No.
don't know what the stone is.
Sad, really.
And it was in the building. It was in the clock tower.
It was in the vicinity of the clock tower. I
How
assumed it was
wide
with
is that range?
the
Yard
range
Axle?
covers a part of Wheldon. So it could have been anywhere in the central ward of Wheldon, but you can
as you just
you can
assumed.
believe the last people to have it were you three. So you can understand as to why I would focus so hard on it being with you three.
Do you know where it is now?
I don't have the thing that allowed me to do it. I don't have my divining rod.
Oh my god, he's got nothing.
I've not.
He's useless.
I'm not.
Look at
This
this guy.
isn't new knowledge. I've
I know-
told you. My
I know,
bag
but it
has all
just
my things.
continues to just disappoint me.
So
Okay, well,
here's what we know. Okay, so
thought I was your subby man, but whatever.
you want to be my subby man?
I don't know, maybe I do now.
I think this is taking a turn. I think we should get back on track. Azzurum,
So what we know. We got to Wheldon.
Yes.
Some crazy person attacked another person in the street. We got in contact with Valentina. We got in contact with Finnegan the same day. Finnegan showed interest in us. At some point while we were staying in the Thorn Manor, Lidara's memory was wiped for approximately 20 to 25 minutes of time. With the knowledge that Mr. Subman has given us, the same thing happened to Durnan.
Yes.
Durnan had the stone.
is there any way we can get those memories back? I don't really like the fact that there's a whole chunk of my life just
Yeah,
completely
no, that's
forgotten.
really bad.
I'm sorry, Vincent.
No, it
Sore
sucks. No, I
subject,
completely
Lidara.
understand. No, I really do
sorry.
understand. No, it's daunting. It's really, if you think about it too long.
So
Is
is there...
Is there short term?
Oh, okay.
No, long
well, yes, I was about to say Vincent's case
Yeah.
A bit difficult.
is a little interesting, but I mean, a good cleric should be able to clear things up.
Anyone a cleric? Anyone?
Let me roll,
Don't have anyone.
because
I
there
know.
actually is someone who probably can.
What?
I just need to see if they repaired it.
Side note: the only other thing that I will say is I do remember following Valentina, and she went downstairs into her manor at one point,
Mhm.
and we
yes.
don't know what she was doing down there. So.
Tasha kind of
Oh,
sits up straight. It's just, oh.
you know anything about that? You've been down there before?
I snooped once.
What did you see?
It's not some place there's a place in the cellar that I think is not supposed to be there. At the far end of the wall, there's some passage that Valentina would go through. And I never followed her in there because it seemed like a place where I'd get in trouble if I went, but
Did it look like it was maybe locked or protected in any way?
it looked like it was like not like any door I've ever seen.
Huh.
The bricks themselves were moving on their own.
So magical, enchanted.
She nods.
If it's still intact from fire, we could snoop, but that would require going out again. But that, you know,
If
it's
the
just an
door's
idea.
enchanted, is
Might
there a
be
possibility it's not there anymore?
That's a question. It depends. If the enchantment was focused by Valentina, then possibly. But if it was just something like I've got something that if I do it enough, it's permanent. So I don't know. We could always check, but also
But
It's a
also,
lot.
if that door leads straight to Finnegan Walsh, I don't want to walk through it. So
I would love to talk to them. I want to know what's going on in their head.
I don't mean to interrupt. I have a bit of magic myself, Astrid says. And
Ooh.
I might be able to help with your memory issue.
Really?
Not mine, right?
I don't know what your memory issue is,
just-
and no,
Yeah,
you
honestly, I
can't.
don't-
I don't think you can.
I don't really want to get into it. It's a lot. It's a lot.
You probably don't want to get involved either. In all honesty, no offense. It's just
No, none taken.
anyway, so
you can
Astrid,
help me, please. Please.
Astrid looks and says, "It's gonna come back foggy. It'll take a little while to get every detail of everything, because the magic is it's difficult, but I can do something."
That would be amazing, and that's a place to start. We can see what happened then.
cool.
Astrid approaches you and sort of places her hands like hovering over the side of your face, and you feel like beads of water press against your temples. The rest of you can see that there are actually like beads of water being produced from Astrid's hands as she basically pulses this water that seeps through the skin and enters your mind, Lidara. And at first it's just cold water that you feel just like directly to your skull.
God. Oh god.
And it has a cooling effect. And a calming sensation falls over you as you begin to see a moment in history differently. You see an empty hallway in the Thorn Manor that is suddenly not empty anymore. You feel the motive of exploring this mansion, of getting lost in its corridors, and then realizing that that's not true. You never were lost. That hallway is filled by two figures. One of them is Finnegan Walsh. The other one, I'm going to need you to make a perception check with disadvantage. This is a very high DC, I will say.
Got it.
The first one was a 6, the second one was a 19.
The vision is blurry. It goes in and out. You can sense that you're talking about your friends, about what you plan to do here. You can feel yourself under an influence as if you trust these two figures implicitly. You talk about your plans for the journey, where you're headed, how far you're going for, what your friends' motives are.
Oh my god.
Oh.
They give you helpful advice. They plug small things. Finnegan looks and says, "Oh, Unastra sounds like a good bet." Or, "Oh, well, if you need to get into the Shining, it seems like they need to get into the Shining Isles." That sort of thing. Plugging information here and there. Exchanging words with a figure in the corner that doesn't seem to speak, but seems so oddly familiar.
No! No! It's in my grasp. No! Let's let her roll again.
But you can't grasp every bit of knowledge. You just know that at some point you'll be able to revisit this later and try again. As the memory has begun to come back to you and the lies that were spun in your head are unraveled, they begin to unravel, but they're not fully there yet. As Astrid looks, you feel your heart rate increasing. You feel sweat pouring down your face. She looks, "Hey, are you all right?"
Yes.
Hey, sit down for a second. It's okay. It's an interesting process. It's always difficult, but with time, that memory should come back to you. It's just right now your brain is trying to meld together two different, I'm guessing, two different versions of events, and it's not going very well.
There were two people there.
What?
I talked to two different people.
Was Finnegan there?
Yes, one was Finnegan. The other one, I don't know, but it was someone that we know.
But you didn't recognize them? What? Did you just not get the full?
No, it was so close. It was so close, but I couldn't see it yet.
It's all right. It's okay. Confirmation that it was Finnegan is.
It definitely was Finnegan, and I definitely told them some information that I don't know if I should have.
Well, that's not your
About-
fault. It's their fault.
They dropped some names. Lunastra and...
They dropped some names. So basically, you gave them
The first one was Lunastra, and the second one was...
the Shining Isle, etc. So they were talking about places that that you all would possibly be going towards next.
Don't like that.
Don't like that one bit.
So, that's all I got for now.
It's okay.
Honestly,
Glad it worked.
that's enough.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, looks and says, pretty neat.
That was definitely magic, though. There's no doubt about it.
Very illegal around these parts.
Oh, yes.
So
We're very aware.
Finnegan almost definitely has the stone.
Possibly.
I mean, I just think that the thing that happened with Durnan and the thing that happened with... Huh?
I tried chatting them up. They seemed interested. Felt like we were going places, but then the whole other half of the ball happened. And if you're saying that they had something to do with it, then dodged a bullet, I guess. Or maybe could have been fun.
So anyway,
I thought we were sharing.
No, my question is actually, where does Finnegan's magic come from? Because they could be... There are so many different places that you can get your magic, right? I can cast with a number of things. I can cast with an instrument, or I can, cast with, how wizards do it, with, learning by the book, and there's sorcerers who can do it innately, but then there are also others, paladins, clerics, who kind of connect to a being, and then the other one.
Azzurum looks around.
Sorcerers?
No, I said sorcerers.
No. There's one more.
Yeah, there's one
The
more.
one more.
The
The other one that starts with a W.
Druids.
No,
Oh,
W,
that's true.
dumbass.
Not druids.
I'm a druid, Astrid says. So,
Oh, very nice.
W.
Warlocks. I'm wondering
That's
if...
you know about that?
Why? Okay, what?
What? Azurum's like, why is everyone looking at me? And no one's looking at him.
Yeah.
Is there something you want me to say? What do you want?
No, what? I'm just saying, what if Finnegan
Is a warlock?
left and became a warlock and came back?
Can I make a warlock check?
Do I know if modify memory is something that a warlock can
Can you?
do?
Actually, can you make me like an Arcana check
Yeah.
with disadvantage? This is actually, I'll give you a chance here.
Oh no.
First one was a natural 20.
Oh, come
my
on.
God.
Come on. Natural
wild.
20 again.
Shut
You get
up.
a natural one.
Stop it.
The balance.
Stop it. No way.
Balance.
Balance in the
Natural
universe.
one.
Kidding.
Even it out to
There,
10.
So annoying.
there's a literal. You feel a stroke of genius coming on.
You're like, hold on, I got it. No.
You literally feel like the light bulb just like, and then it just.
It was so
feel
close to being a
fried.
13 too. It was like 13-1.
No.
Yeah,
Unfortunate.
unfortunately, you're just sitting there fried, like, oh no.
Can I maybe give it a try?
You make disadvantage.
Disadvantage,
This
that's
is to look back on a clue.
First one's a 19. Second one's a 5 plus 9 for Arcana. Wait, this was Arcana, right?
Arcana.
Yeah. Okay. So 14.
14. You observe some of their magic being cast towards you at some point, but you couldn't recognize what spell it was.
Okay. It's a possibility. Can't confirm it, but it's a possibility. And I think if they left and were the black sheep of the family and came back, maybe they had a reason for coming back.
Yeah, people go on warlock soul-searching journeys all the time.
Oh, God.
Do they?
It's very specific.
But
So,
the point is, I think that could be what we're looking at. But I also know that in those sort of pacts, sometimes the recipient is not necessarily willing, and they just have to say yes to the contract. So I'm just wondering if this is something Finnegan wanted to happen, or if they're being played. I don't know. I'm not invested in them that much.
sounds
I just...
horrible. Having the contracts.
So, enough of the warlock energy in here, as I think it's brought up sore spots here and there. What are you all going to do now? I mean, it's going to take us some time to finish this. I mean, we've got to get started pretty soon.
Well, we can...
Are there any people left up there, Wolfgang?
Wolfgang, wearing an apron, just like making his way around, like taking plates from people who are
Kiss the
finished,
chef.
and basically like basically like stacking the plates that are empty. He's like, "Are you finished? Oh, let's gonna wash this." And then like, huh? Oh, I was going to make a run at some point to see, but in all honesty, my past run after you all had arrived already, it looks quite barren up there. If people are there, they're hiding quite well.
The only people I know of are stuck in the tower, and there are people who are worse off than Yarlaxle.
We didn't really tell you guys what we saw there.
Oh, yeah, we didn't.
There are quite a few innocent people left in
A
there.
lot.
Oh God!
But there's also quite a few not so innocent people.
Familiar faces.
Bring that up.
I don't say who.
Don't know if that part's reversible. Could be. I don't know. But it's very dangerous up there. Very dangerous. Unless you have a lot of people who are very talented. Or sneaky also could work. But there's a moat of lava and a whole city, and there's
The chef.
a few... Oh God, the chef.
Did we kill the chef?
No.
Well, fuck me, I guess.
Didn't even kill him.
Bonnie, who's just been kind of listening in,
Bonnie,
they speak up and say, like, in my opinion, it just seems like we got no plan. We're undergunned. We really don't have the resources to be storming that tower. You know, if it really is as dangerous as y'all say. I mean, we've got what, you three, me, Astrid, if she'll come, and Wolfgang, and anyone else who will fight with us. But at the same time, like, is that enough versus that horde out there?
No, but the majority of those people were being held in a kitchen, which is adjacent, but not directly involved. There is one big guy who we tried to kill, but he ended up getting away.
We also blew up the stairs.
We did.
Oh,
There's
we
no more
blew up the
stairs.
fucking stairs. But I think it could be possible, and I don't want to leave anyone with the knowledge that they're there. But I don't know. If you have anybody sneaky who's quiet,
Lidara's sitting there like,
Lidara, if you're willing, but also
I'm not letting Lidara go back there.
I know.
I'm not letting any of us go back there. I care that there are people there, but I also care that there are people here.
Yeah.
And if we thin out our resources by going and trying to save them, we may not be able to get these people out. Can't save the world.
Wolfgang takes a deep breath. Yeah, it's true. I want to go up there and do that as well, but I've had far too many allies rush into unwinnable fights. And we've lost many that way. Our hope is to come back stronger, ready to take it on with a plan. It's the best way that we can save them, because if we lose any more people here, we may not be able to protect those that already are here.
I just hope those people can survive that long.
Ashton's very silent at all this, and just, I'll figure something out. Just, let's solidify the escape plan, and if after all this we figure something out, I'll there's some role that you all would like to play, I'll help, but you've done a lot for us already.
All right. So, then, escape. You're Axel, Rowan. You'll be working together, and we'll try to find. I'll just contact Yulri again. Tell them to come down. Then you can get started, and
Astrid basically stands up and says, okay, we can talk about plans all we want now, but until everyone is out of here, I cannot risk starting some huge battle with everyone under here. I know that there's some force protecting us down here. I'm very grateful for this, but at the same time, I'm not taking a risk. So let's just focus on the task at hand. Jarl Axel, Rowan, Captain Bond. Just call me Jarl Axel. My God, it's such an improvement over Subby Man. Astrid continues to, okay, then come with me down to the docks and we can get a group together. I'll tell people that are standing guard over at the entrance to look out for your crewmates. The rest of you, like I said, we can't, any help that you can bring, any more information you can bring in is highly appreciated, but please, you've done a lot for us. We're not asking you to risk your lives for us. We're very grateful for the help you've given us already. Just, if you have any more information that you can impart on us that may help us, please, my ears are always open. So.
all right. And that will be the plan moving forward. And for now, everyone, to your stations, I guess.
Okay.
I don't
break.
know. That's is
break?
that my
Break.
I mean,
should we do it
Meeting adjourned.
like a hand
I
thing
would
in the
love
middle?
to do that.
What?
Honestly, I think it's fun. I've been asking if we could have something like that. Wolfgang looks at Astrid and says, "No, we're good."
Okay, then just
Break.
break. Okay.
Break.
Okay. You all break off from the roundtable meeting. Everyone is around you. We're going to enter a period of downtime, which means that you can go and explore the city above if you would like, but this is mostly a time where you can talk to NPCs, and when you are finished with what you think you will have done this entire week, we will basically advance to the next point, which is once everything is complete and the preparations are ready. But we're going to go through it chronologically, so we'll take it day by day. This is still the same day, but it's technically the first day of downtime. So,
All right.
anyone you're talking to, any conversations you want to have?
Lidara is going to kind of walk over to Azzurum and lean over and say, Azzurum, I want to talk to you about something. And, Vincent, you're free to come as well if Azzurum is comfortable with it.
If I'm comfortable, what do you mean? Are we going
I
to
just
talk
wanted
about?
to talk about, your, time away.
Oh. Yes. Yeah, I would like to be there for that.
If that's all right.
Okay.
Okay, let's go somewhere private.
You make your way out of the building. At this point in the early morning, there's plenty of back alleys that you can go and find a place to have a private conversation.
So I'll pull you aside. So that conversation just got me thinking, and I realized we haven't had a lot of time to really talk. And right when you came back, it was right when all hell was breaking loose in Siniath, and I've been meaning to ask you about it, about your time away. Why, first? And what happened?
Well, why is simple. I wanted to be stronger.
I don't believe you.
Well, that's the truth.
Why did you send me that letter?
There's a letter? Huh. Interesting.
Azzurum sent me a letter basically saying that he was fine. Didn't give me any information that you don't already know. Nothing big, I promise. Just that I should talk to Dresden, which I did. But I still don't understand.
I sent Lidara a letter when I went away, and back in Siniath, saying that I was fine and to trust me. I went because I wanted to become stronger. I said to trust me because I had no ill intentions, but I do know how you view warlocks and how you view Invictus.
And that's why you can understand why I'm very curious of why. And I don't hold anything against you, Azzurum. I hope you know that, because I do trust you. And I don't trust that you were doing anything of malintent. However, as a friend, you know me, you know parts of my life that some people don't. And I just need to know why. Why did you join? What was... I mean, I understand being stronger, but I don't think that's it.
After what they did to Lidara, you know the impact that they've had on her life. Azzurum, I hope that you didn't go to them just for power. I believe that you're better than that.
Please.
You think so highly of me.
I do.
What did Dresden tell you?
All he said was exactly what I've told you, and what you've said back. And I'm a very smart person, Azzurum. And I know you.
Do you, Lidara?
I would certainly hope so, at this point. She kind of looks a little more, desperate in the moment, and she says, Azzurum, please. Please. I just need to know.
I think I see what's going on.
What?
Azzurum,
Vincent?
you're trying to push us away. You're trying to play the villain like you're some secret agent.
And what would give you that idea?
Keep telling us you think so highly of me. You think you know me. We do. We do know you. And we do think highly of you. And every time we express that we care about you, you pull some snarky, avoidant sort of thing. You don't like talking about everything. I understand people have their secrets. But I would hope that you would trust us enough at this point to share those secrets. And know that we won't judge you for them. We're not going anywhere. You know that.
Lidara, what do you know about Garrick? Garrick Landstone.
Garrick. He's the leader.
For somebody that you carry so much malice for, Garrick has done a great job of hiding his motivations, hiding who he is, hiding things about him. In Siniath, he seemingly appeared at random just to torment and to hold over that you were working in such close proximity, but you also could just, every time you were in his presence, feel enormous power, like an aura of danger and death radiating off of him. And the idea that at any moment, though you could try to drive a dagger into his heart, that it wouldn't work out like that.
Garrick has goals, as everyone does. And something in particular that he likes doing is creating warlocks.
So that's why he needed you? Why you?
Took an interest in me?
You were already a warlock, weren't you? You've always had these powers.
This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I have been a warlock since I met you guys.
So he didn't... What?
But he had a plan. He had his eyes set on a new goal, a new warlock goal. And Dresden was able to help me figure it out. And I couldn't let it happen.
And
so
Was it a new
that
person?
goal, what was that goal?
it was you, Lidara.
Me?
Yeah.
Me? He wanted to turn me into a warlock?
Yes. He wanted to send you off to the trials of no return. Truly. Not everyone gets out.
How did you know about this?
Dresden brought it up to me.
And you decided to sacrifice yourself. And then you didn't tell anyone. And then you pretended to be...
Because it's better if it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I punched you. I was so mad at you for doing that, because you didn't tell us why.
Because if I told you what, you would have let me gone?
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
There would have been another way.
Lidara has tears falling from her eyes as she's sitting here and... Why did you do that? Why would you do that? Oh my god. Another person who's been...
It's okay. I was already a warlock, and I somehow made it out alive.
What did they do to you?
I don't want to talk about it.
Flash of imagery in your mind, Azzurum, from horrifying beasts to things on the brink of being called torture, and finally an innocent An innocent who you had to make a terrible decision for.
Oh my god.
Let's just say it was hard. And though I was definitely already a warlock before then, I still changed. I lift up my pant legs and show the scars around like my calves and ankles.
You see flesh that has worked so hard to mend itself, and marks of Invictus.
Oh God. Oh God, why can't they just go away? Why can't they just...
The good thing is that now I'm a part of it, and when the opportunity arises, I have every intention of helping Dresden in his plan.
Thank you. You're such an idiot for doing that. But the fact that you even did that, for me, is absolutely insane and ridiculous. And I would have absolutely punched you had you told me.
I was already punched, don't worry.
Did it
Punching happened either way. No, Vincent, it didn't hurt. You have a little pussy punch.
You want me to try again?
Yeah.
Please, not now. Lidar's literally crying. Please, later. Punch him after.
Okay, I'll do it later for you, Lidara.
Are you guys happy now?
I have one question I think I already know the answer to, but just to hear it. If Invictus wanted you to cross us, would you?
No.
In any circumstance?
Not that I can think of. I'm not the brightest, but
Good.
I can't.
That's what I thought.
So, I also got the sick tattoo.
Oh, a tattoo? What
Yeah.
does it look like?
Looks like lightning scars. It looks like I got struck by lightning.
Wait, I feel like I would have seen that. If you have your...
It's on
your
his
whole-
arm.
Your titties are out.
Oh! And I dropped my disguise.
For the first time, the first time you've seen Azrum's legs before, and they've always looked fine. You see Azrum in many states of undress, and he's always looked completely clear.
What way to put that?
It's the truth.
It is.
But all of a sudden, Azrum, you feel as though you are being seen exactly as you are, on your own terms this time.
Oh my God. Lidara goes and places a hand on it and kind of trails it and just stops. And then just hugs him.
Okay. Alright.
I know you don't like hugs. I don't like hugs either, but
I love hugs. What are you talking about? And I pull her in.
oh,
They're experiencing vulnerability for the first time, huh?
she's still...
Vincent,
What do you want?
come here.
He rolls his eyes.
Come here, Vincent.
Lidara crying is like, Vincent, please.
Okay, I'll come and give a hug.
And then she starts crying even harder. She's like,
It's alright, it's alright. It's like patting her on the head. He's like, it's okay. We're all safe, and Azrum's got, I will say it's a pretty sick tattoo, yeah. It's kind of cool. It's lightning, it's kind of cool.
Lidara takes a step back. All right.
You alright? You good?
Yes, I'm all right. Well, now that's out of the way.
Anything else you want to know? My blood type?
I don't want to pry anymore.
I will say you could have told us this whole time, but thank you for telling us now, at least.
Does anyone else need to get anything off the chest now that we're here?
No, honestly, I don't.
Did you go away for a month that we didn't know about? I don't know.
No, I've been
Okay.
right here.
All right.
Was it a month?
Was it a month?
a month.
Yeah, it was a month, right?
What are you talking about? It was like a close to a month. Yeah.
Felt like
You only felt
Oh.
it for like 4 days. Like it was just 4 days of hell to you, but to them it was a month.
What do you mean?
I've only felt it for 4 days.
What?
Huh.
You were gone for a while.
Yeah, that was a long time.
It's strange.
Were you in a different dimension? What was it?
Oh, I have no earthly idea.
Okay,
I just remember waking up
I see.
and I don't want to think about it anymore.
That's all right. You shouldn't have to. We don't have to talk about it.
Right.
But once again, yeah, thank you for telling me. Shall we,
Do you think they have alcohol down here?
Yeah, maybe.
I fucking use some. Wolfgang! Wolfgang! Where's
We're
Wolfgang?
totally in like an alley.
I start screaming, Wolfgang!
He comes running.
I hear someone in need.
Through buildings.
It's like the Kool-Aid man. It's
He bursts in. It's like a perfect outline of his
Like,
body.
yes, can I assist
perfect Wolfgang outline in the wall. Oh my gosh. So funny. Okay.
Shall we head back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You share a moment together and make your way back. Now, this downtime, anyone else you are talking to today? Probably do one more.
Okay, yeah, I actually did want to talk to Silk.
Okay.
You know, seeing as that she was dead and now she's not. You know.
You make your way back into the building where Selk is. Selk is there. This time she's reading a book to Titus and Titan, who are listening intently. Not really. Just kind of like dozing off there. They're sitting up. But as you approach, Selk closes the book. They both snap awake as soon as the book is closed. And he's like, that was great. And then start clapping. And then she says, Vincent,
Hi.
how are you feeling? You all right?
I'm all right. I wanted to talk to you for a moment if you had the time.
Oh, of course. Give us a moment, children. Titus and Titan are like, thank goodness. And then they like run off and
like,
start playing
"Bye."
off in the distance.
See you later, kids.
But Selk is there, as she says. Yes, I wanted to talk to you as well.
Really?
Well, I wanted to thank you.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh, no, it's nothing.
I have to thank you in all honesty. I mean, I'm here because of you.
But you were also in that position because of me. So it evens out, I think.
No, I don't see it like that. I don't remember much of the moments before, but I don't know. I just don't see it like that, Vincent. I only remember that you saved me.
I wanted to know how you're feeling. Because coming back from something like that, it must take a toll.
It certainly does. I'm tired, but I was always tired before, so maybe this is normal.
Is any changes that you've noticed? He's like fidgeting with his rings. He's a little nervous.
It took me a while to notice it, but I have felt different since it happened. And I guess that comes with the experience of, dying and coming back. At first I thought it was a mental barrier, but yeah, there is something different.
May I ask how so? How different?
There's a moment where you are bracing yourself for cold. I actually remember what it was like over there for a second. I saw it. I saw the endless sea. I saw crystal clear waves cresting and crashing into warm, smooth sand. First time I've ever seen an ocean or a beach. I felt that I could swim across the entire length of it. I was unworried. I was warm. And I remember the whole way there was someone guiding me. But then I heard beautiful music from behind me. And right before I dove in, I remembered that it wasn't my time. But when I walked that path back, I felt a part of me leave. And it took me a long time. I wondered if it was just a dream. The whole experience was a dream. Until I realized what it was. This whole time while we were making our way down into the Undercity, when I woke back up and I heard those monsters. In those situations, I always thought of, well, my husband. I thought about what he would do if he was here. Adela and Titus and Titan, Signet's father. I thought about how he'd come back one day, even though I know he's made the journey to the sea long ago. But when I tried to remember his face, I saw nothing. It's at this point, Vincent, that you learn there is a cost to resurrection. It'll always work. But every time you have to go up, you lose something. And that's where we'll end.